Hello and welcome back to All In, first episode of 2025 Spring Carnival right around the corner. Welcoming the boys, Lewis Willoughby from Sky Racing. Good afternoon to you.
Great to be back, gents, for another season. Spring time. I mean, it doesn't feel or look or race like springtime just yet. I got to be honest, but we are almost there. And it is my favourite carnival. The days get longer. It gets warmer eventually. Fingers, touch wood. And you've got, in my opinion, two of the great races in Australia at any time of the year in the Everest and the Melbourne Cup to look forward to, and they're across two states, and there's big races everywhere. So. Autumn is very good. Autumn's Sydney's time, and spring is a little more Melbourne's time. But with the Everest, as I just mentioned, you kind of share the spoils, and it's certainly the best carnival of the year in my opinion. Great to be back.
Dean Watling, dwatling.com. Good afternoon to you. Looks like you're in a sunny part of New South Wales
Mm.
somehow.
Hey, afternoon, boys. Good to be back. I couldn't even tell you what season it was. What is this season, boys? Season six, five, seven. We're back.
Really
I'm not
rivaling
sure.
neighbours and home and away.
Mm. Mm.
But looking forward to it. Like Louis mentioned, it's a different spring these days, isn't it? It used to be more so Melbourne. Now it's probably 50-50 split with the Everest. You obviously got the Golden Eagle getting moved to Randwick as well, which there's been plenty of chat about that. So not keen to get in. Winx Stakes, a great betting race. I like to bet into this. I know people and if it should be Group 1. Regardless of that, I think it's a good betting race. We just pray. But I don't think it's going to get answered. There's no rain this week. I think we're going to be on a bog deck, boys. But we'll touch on that soon, I'm sure.
I'm done with the arguments, arguing around whether races should be Group 1s and programming. Let's just get racing. Let's just get racing. We've been waiting long enough for these good horses to come back, and they're back. They're back in a big way. We'll do some futures previewing as well after we do this, lads. But why don't we just go straight to the Winx Stakes? What we're going to do for the show, we'll go Winx Stakes. We'll touch on a few of the other feature races across Saturday, and of course, we'll give out our best futures play. So we'll have one each. If you got two, Dino will probably have three. Just knowing Dino, the run sheet said one, but he'll have three. Let's go to the Winx
Please.
Stakes, 1400 meters. Royal Randwick, rail true position, heavy eights. Have to be on a nine. Randwick can cop a bit of rain though. As long as we get there Saturday and
Mm.
it's not raining, it'd probably be a nine. Would you say, fellas?
I'd be surprised if it's not a 10. I
Mm,
just I just think
Mm.
with how the month has played out already, plus
mm.
what's to come this week. I
Yeah.
mean, it's already started today and it started a couple of hours ago, basically 11 a.m. Monday. If it rains today, tomorrow, Wednesday, I couldn't, you know, I couldn't see us being on maybe a heavy nine, but I would think a heavy 10. But then,
It'll be wet.
it's not one for this show. But then the old argument comes into the what is the track rated versus how it's playing. That that's getting a real run at the moment. So just know that it's going to be really wet. Don't worry about if it's a 10, 9, or 8 or who cares.
It's going to be heavy. It's going to get
Mm.
wet. It's going to be hard to work out. I guess on Saturday we're probably looking for race fit horses, but you don't get many of those in the Wing Stakes. Have a look at the market here, courtesy of Tab vs Sistina, $2.80. Ooh, Fangirl $5. Grim. Gringotts $5. Mr. Brightside $6. Big question mark. I put out the fields to see. I said this horse should be coming up here and winning, and apparently it's less than 50-50. So
Mm.
that's a surprise. But anyway, Aliana $7. Another Will 13. Charles Wolf 13. Robusto. Can he do it, Bjorn? This will be one of his greatest feats. $13. Lady Shenandoah 15. Swift Falcon trial this morning. Dino Swift Falcon. Not
Yeah, I think it did.
bought that.
Yep, Briasso's out there too. There's a couple of nice and Jimmy Star too. So got to
Yep.
review that tonight. But yep.
Swift Falcon went around. Wayne Hawke suggests that they might go around in the Wing Stakes. So see what happens there. Horses come back bigger, better, stronger. Arapaho 26 for Eternal. That'd be a one for the ages. $26. Light Infantry Man, a horse I got a bit of time for later on. Maybe in the Spring Carnival on a dry deck. $34. Lindemann $34. Zardozi $34. Full Count Felicia 101. River of Stars 151, and Diamond Diesel $301. You got a bit of history for us, lads? Anyone got a bit of historical profile they want to kick off with, or you just want to go straight into some tips?
It is, I think, the last, and Dana, you might be able to confirm or deny this, but I'm pretty sure the last 6 or 7 years this has been won exclusively by horses first up.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure that is
with
correct.
this track, this could certainly be a little blip in the history says department this year when maybe if we are on a heavier 10, I know you said it's kind of miracle areas, but Robustos in War Eternals and etc. maybe just somehow steal a march, especially if the race then falls away on a really heavy track. So there's probably not a whole heap of history to look into just with the circumstances that we get permitted. I would have thought this Saturday, but normally equally it's won by first up horses.
Take it away, Dino.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Louis is bang on that. I'm just trying to think. Sam Doubt was the last odds horse to win. I think he won about 51. Just trying to think if it was the one with race fitness or if it did do it first up.
Yeah, it
But
would have been a Bjorn
like,
special, wouldn't it?
yeah, I'm trying to think. I remember the race. I just can't remember if it was. Yeah, Lou, check that out. Interesting. Can't take two. AT versus Stina. Bright side, like you mentioned, Gano, I'm hearing that it's very unlikely that he'll come up, and he obviously had that really plain trial last week, so I'm not sure if there's cause for concern with that. Another wheel goes to the Menzies next week. Lady Shenandoah is going to kick off Concord 1,000 meters. She's going to be set for sprinting campaigning potentially, so thought that was fascinating. Jockeys to play out here too, obviously, boys. And Fangirl, that's the question mark too. Will she turn up heavy 10 first up? I highly doubt they'll do that as well. So a lot to play out. Where's that leave me? I think they'll kick off with Aliana. I've been really impressed with her trials. I thought she's been trialling as good, if not better, than Lady Shenandoah. And I know Chris sets all his horses fresh for this. Yes, V is probably the best horse in the race, but I thought at the $7 and $2.25 a place, Aliana was a sneaky good play. 2 on soft, hasn't seen a heavy. But you'd suggest with those soft wins, Lou, that she'd handle it. So I thought the value was her in this race. Gringotts is the other one I could play with. I'm just not sure he wants it completely heavy.
Yeah, I'm with you, Did I think you like, I mean, I'm not breaking ground here. You have to take on V16 at that price. Like that's insane.
Mm.
For she like no doubt she's the best horse in the race, but yeah, I'd love them just to see the bookies just roll the dice and give us a bit of a price
It was
about it
five
because
bucks.
yeah, something she jumped
I wouldn't take
12 bucks in this
$5.
race last year. Yeah, nah,
Mm.
she jumped 12 in this last year, just one.
Yeah.
Then she got rolled in the Apollo first up by Fangirl. Like she's not a first up horse. They're looking to possibly go back to back in a Cox Plate. Like it's a heavy track. I just think what a weak price that is, with all respect. So no, you got to take her on. I like your thoughts, Dino. Gringotts was the one I was keen on just when you read out that market. Then Gano, it's in short now to $5. I mean, I think there was 11s, then 8s, and then even $6 was available at one stage, and now 5 is very short. But Group One winner, beat a handy field in that George Ryder, was a solid, Group Two and Three horse before that. Was that the making of him, that Group One win? Perhaps good first up record, 5 starts to win and 4 minor placings. You're right, Dino probably doesn't want it heavy, but I think can, similar to Aliana, handle a soft to somewhat heavy track. And if this race falls away, I think this is a horse that probably stays in the race, because this is a good target rather than other races down the track. So yeah, Gringotts, what do you do with Cheerwolf? You go back and watch that Apollo in the autumn, got a long way back, and I thought had hit the line as well as Via Sistina in that race to both be beaten by Fangirl, and you get what, 11 or so bucks about Cheerwolf, and Via Sistina's the 285, so you could maybe make a little case there on a price point, but yeah, this weather makes it so hard, guys. I'll say Gringotts. I want to more just say don't take the price about Via Sistina. That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Summered out, Bjorn Baker trained first up in a Winx Stakes.
Mm.
Beat Happy Clapper, Invincible Gem, coming off a listed Canberra Cup.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I'm
since
honoured.
2016, when Winx won it 3 in a row, she was all first up. Summered out first up, very elegant first up. Mwanga, Animo, Fangirl, Via Sistina, all first up.
Yeah, interesting. So yeah, the tail of the tapes there is a class horse, as a rules, been getting the job done.
Yeah.
Therefore, for the purpose of this show, and what the boys are saying is we can pull a line through Robusto, although Bjorn's probably 4 lengths better than now than what he
Mm.
was back in 2019. Um,
We just like the horses.
yeah, I think I would love to see Mr. Brightside go here. Anyway, that's is what it is.
Mm.
Do you think he's going any good? I saw some people look at those jump outs in Victoria and said, "Nah, does not fill me with a lot of confidence."
Sure,
I
and
think.
he may not be going good. Sorry, Dano, one sec. He may not be going good, but this
Mm,
is the opportunity, isn't it? Randwick,
Mm.
sure.
bit
Yeah, wet
affected,
track.
heavy track,
Yeah. Yeah.
where
Yeah.
if he's
Yeah.
not going that good, the others aren't going to be going anywhere near their
Yeah.
tops,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say he does put in flat trials. Like I remember maybe a year or two ago, there was a similar trial where he's off the bit, pushed along, and coming out and won first up. So I got to.
Mm.
That was on the list to do today to go back and find that. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like Gano mentioned, I'd love to see him come up here and add layers to the race. And we know he loves a wet deck.
Randwick, rain affected track. Hard to
Yep.
beat. Anyway, another wheel. Any confirmation? Any idea if the horse is going here? Because I think it'll be
I
hard to
think
beat.
Melbourne.
He'll be in
Memsey.
Melbourne,
Yeah,
Memsey,
Yep.
Memsey.
and it
Yep.
probably makes sense why he's $13. I'm gonna have a small push on Showerwolf. I think the horse is going to come back, and there's going to be some serious intent this time around because I think they
Mm.
need to show some intent with him. He had
Yeah.
a below, and look, he set the bar pretty high, the preparation
Mm.
last spring, and then he had a very, very below average preparation for him. But there
Yeah.
were
I think a
issues.
few things went balls up in that, like
Correct.
missed
Yeah.
a run and stayed at the distance. Yeah, I'm with you, Gan. I think this time around, Joe Pride would want to be, let's get this show on the road now and we keep it going. Like
Yeah.
there has to be big intent in this campaign because you
Mm.
can't, if you want to be up there with Via Sistina, I don't think you can have two preps in a row where just, stuff's going wrong and you're like blah blah blah. I think you got to be, it's now or never really for a chair wolf, I think.
Exactly right. And I think that's the key is like I heard Joe on the radio this morning suggest that, the coat's not great. He's not going to look $1 million or anything like that. He's still a little bit of the way off. But I just think that they might show a bit more intent in the run. They might
Mm,
land a bit closer. They're
Mm.
going to have to just because the way everything fell last time. Like as you said, look, you just don't want to rinse and repeat of that. You don't want to get through the end of the
mm,
spring and go, oh, we've had two preparations where things didn't go his way and we didn't make our own luck. So at the
mm,
$13, $3.40, you could do worse and have a dollar each way on him, considering the top two horses in the market, top three, well, top two being VS16 and Fangirl, wouldn't don't think will handle it. Mr. Brightside probably doesn't come here, and then you've now got Gringotts Aliana, another wheel not there, and you're now fourth favorite at
mm.
$13. And you have the
Mm.
runs on the board. Like the best version of Charwolf is better than those at the moment. So seems like an easy bet to have, lads.
Yep. Don't mind it.
Yep.
I think it's
Yep.
some horses just have a better spring than autumn as well. Nature Strip was like
Mm.
that. A couple of horses are sort of that setup.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm excited. I think we're needing to be good this prep as well, Bruce.
Yep, I think they do. Show county quality. Try to say that fast. Autumn Glow,
Mm.
280. General Salute, 450. Yellow Brick, $6 for Matty and Tony Sears. Espionage, $8. I saw Espionage trial down at Goulburn. So Gain Agent
Mm.
took a few runners down to Goulburn the other day. Airman,
Mm.
$11. Corniche, $11. Who's training Corniche, Dino?
Jeremiah.
NCAP,
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
$11.
I know that because I'm about to tip it, but anyway, go
Oh no, it's giving his hand away.
Oh no! I'll just have a quick bet on it now. Romeo's change at
on.
price. Romeo's
Mm.
choice $11. Felix Majestic 15. Just feeling lucky 15. Lazura 15 and Territory Express 15. Long with the rest, Louis.
I'll preface this by saying this race and the toy show are extremely hard because if she shows up, this
Hmm.
fave, and she's fave in both the races, well, she's better than both fields.
Mm.
And I can't, you guys maybe know more, but I can't figure out where she's going if she goes to any of them at all. I assume she goes to one of them. So it is a really hard race to bet in. You've just got to almost have a bet and hope she goes to the other one is kind of
Hmm.
the trick, right? So my 50-50 shot is that I hope she goes to the toy show. And so here in the show count, I'm going to back Corniche, who is now with Kiramara, as I mentioned, 4 weeks between runs. That was a really good run first up. And I think that last, 100, maybe even 50 through the line was impressive. And you just look to the heavy stats. So 1 for 1 on a heavy 10. And that was a Group 3 Gold Coast Guineas win. So I'm confident that no matter what track gets served up, especially when it's going to be wet, that Corniche will handle and has that fitness over some other runners in the race who are either genuinely first up or freshened first up coming off Adelaide or Queensland campaign. So they'll still have residual fitness, don't get me wrong, but Corniche has genuine race fitness coming here second up. The one I wanted to mention that I couldn't take, I think you said around $8, Gano, is Espionage. You mentioned that trial, and Dino's more of good at seeing how they're trialing, but God, I didn't think that was good at all at goal when it was out wide and really pushed along alongside, you know, horses who are city class in benchmark or midways, highways, like first up onto a heavy track. Remember last prep, first up in the Group 1 was a real sneaky run in I
Likely
think it was the
play.
1100
Mm.
race. Yeah. And then the rest of the campaign just kind of fell away for the two starts. But so that's why I went looking. I went, oh, I remember this first up run last prep, but those trials, especially that latest one, I did not like that at all. So I didn't think it should be single figures compared to a Corniche who was really good first up, who's double figures. So that's kind of the way how I saw it. But as I mentioned off the top, if the favourite shows up, she's the bet, she's the winner.
Yeah, she's been trying up super Autumn Glow. You'd suggest they would go to the toy show. I've got to look at history. I mean, he's obviously done this with Jolie Star and a couple other horses. I think the setup where he noms for both races, but you'd think she'd kick off 11 in the toy show, then 12. But we're only one episode in, and we'll probably get wallet on the weekend, boys. But I like your push,
Why
Corniche,
not
Lou.
start now?
Exactly, get us off the band-aid off. But I think the other point you want to make with Corniche, I want to make, Lou, was tactical speed. I think speaking on this track on the weekend, the inside lane is going to be off rail, true, that sort of setup, but it's not a track you want to be getting back, making ground. General Salute would go into favourite if Autumn Glow's not here, and he's a horse that does get back. He doesn't have the best tactical speed, so he's a better horse, but he's going to probably spot Corniche 2, 3, 4 lengths in the run. I think that's going to be a massive difference on the weekend. We've seen these wet decks over the last couple of weeks. It's a massive advantage to sort of land off rails, up on speed, and from there you get to the grouse lane. So I'm with you, Lou. I like Corniche here in the show county as long as Autumn Glow doesn't turn up, Gano.
Tick, tick, tick. I'm with you. I think it's the only edge in the race. General Salute for all the reasons Dean said. Happy to be against. Although you get here on Saturday, there might be 4 horses and you're not too far off them, or 6 horses, and that's the game we play. But right now, he's looking at it with 17 nominations. The nominations have extended as well, so you never know. Just on the race, so on this race, Chris has Lazura and Autumn Glow, and then the toy show also has, just having a look here, Lazura, Cigar
Cigar
Flick.
flick.
So make of that what you will. I'm pretty sure that horse is rock hard fit and doesn't mind
Yep,
a heavy track. Actually loves a heavy track. So whether or not
does.
they keep Cigar Flick for the toy show, um, yeah. Anyway, maybe I'm showing my hand there, but we will see. Let's move on to the toy show. Autumn Glow 250, Cigar Flick 450, Amina $6, Manal $6, Gangster Granny I think went around in a trial there for Team Hawks today. Lazura $8. But Eda Queen zipped around, but I can't imagine they'll go around on a heavy track. They've been ducking and weaving them. I want to trial by a mile today, but that's purely because um, effectively it's the second race start preparation. Just hasn't got the races yet, Dino.
Yeah, I know. There's plenty of horses like that. I think that to kick
Mhm.
off Rosalind Star, a couple of others on the weekend,
Had to
sort
go
of driving.
around.
Yeah, driving us trial pervs crazy at the minute. You can't even get a bet on because they're first up on heavy decks. Toy show, obviously, Autumn Glow leads the market there. If she's here, she obviously, I think she wins the race. I think she's come back terrific off the trials. Manal's the one in the market who does handle a wet deck. We go back to the 2-year-old, 3-year-old campaigns. She's the one who could maybe entertain, but Lou, I struggled with this race a lot compared to the Corniche setup in the other one. I thought there was no real juice in anything. A lot of dry trackers, a lot of horses first up. I probably will stay
Yeah.
away.
No, I completely agree. This is the race that I couldn't find a bet in outside the fave, as you mentioned, Gano. Bonita Queen trial this morning. Gangster Granny trial this morning. Cigar Flick was luckless 2 starts back, one last start, but you want $14 in a benchmark race. And if you look at the market now, it's second favourite in a group race. So that's a hard push. Amina has been, or that I think it's had the one trial that was pretty good, and it was handy in that Adelaide campaign in 2 Group 1 runs. But again, I'm not going to steer into that if Autumn Glow is going to be here. Yeah, I couldn't find one here, guys. I even started looking at Spring Lee and who else? More territories. I couldn't find an angle.
Got a feeling Autumn Glow won't run this weekend.
Possibly.
None of them might run.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Then the bets don't get
Yeah.
refunded. You've got to wait till Wednesday.
I think
Yeah, true,
it
yeah.
might. And honestly, I don't know how flexible they will be with it, but the good thing of the weather forecast is Saturday it sort of is fine and Sunday's fine. So we've seen it before. They do it on a Tuesday or a Sunday maybe. So yeah, we'll wait and see.
Wait and see. Look, I Cigar Flick when I did this quickly they put up $11. That wasn't me. Then they went eights, then it went sixes, then it went $4.50. So yep, I like Cigar Flick. Probably it's now at the rock bottom price, but Cigar Flick being my tip there. They certainly haven't missed it. And you would imagine, fellas, that a fair bit of that is stable mail because you don't see them backed from 11s to 450. And I know everyone will say, oh, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much, sure. But you still need some confidence from somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
from a stable like that, they have a lot of horses potentially going around a Saturday. I don't think that information's come from Joe Blogs down at your local tab. So
Hmm.
Cigar Flick on top, purely through rock hard fit, heavy track record, and I'd be surprised if any of these class horses actually turn up here on Saturday. There's a very, very good race in the Silver Shadow Stakes. Argowood 250, within the law 350. These horses all head to the flight station. Imagine Apocalyptic, $4.50, Memo $7, Savvy Halley, Queen of Clubs 11. The list is pretty long beyond that, Louis. But what are your thoughts on this race? Really, really good race. Like probably keenest for this race than anything at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. This is it's a tip, but not a tip because I can't take it from a price perspective, but it's probably
Mm.
the 3-year-old that I'm most keen to see this prep, and it's Agar Wood,
Mm.
who comes into this undefeated. You look at those races it ran in as a 2-year-old. It wasn't far from the top level, but the form's actually been okay. It beat Pen Pal on debut, who then won. It beat Providence, who ran third in the second up run of Agar Ward. It ran fourth in a JJ Atkins. So, had it have tested that top level as a 2-year-old, I'd love to have seen where it fitted in. But I like that they only had the 2 runs later into a campaign. They gave it time, tipped it out. It's resuming here the trials, 2 really good trials and running time, up on speed, typical like Waterhouse bot. Horde. Yeah, I'm really excited. That win. Second up was on a heavy 9, so I think if they do race, it'll handle a wet track. I just, as you mentioned, it's such a good race that I don't think I can take that price. But this is the horse, Dino, out of the obvious ones that we saw excel as a 2-year-old, that I'm really keen to see how it stands up as a 3-year-old.
Yeah, it really gives that into the Congo vibe, I thought. So that later season 2-year-old back-to-back wins and then had sort of a little freshen. It's only 9 weeks too, so that residual fitness is there off 2 trials as well. I think that's the big push, Lou. And like you mentioned, skip through it in that heavy 9, going to land on speed. It's just plenty of ticks. And you do suggest horses often handle wet decks better on their home tracks. So Randwick's another tick for that. I'm with you. Just the price. What do you sort of do? We take 250. Or do we wait and then the field's cut in half and we'll take $1.60? So that's what I'm sort of weighing up in my mind. I thought the danger, Apocalyptic's trialing up really well by Extreme Choice, who tend to handle it well. And the other was Savvy Haley. I wouldn't mind a small place bet on her. She won first up at Newcastle last week. This will be somewhat of a quick backup, but she won. I think she ran second in the Bailoo on a
Hmm.
heavy 10 behind the Hawks.
Linebacker?
No, no. What's it
Was
called?
it?
Lost my mind. The Hawks. I think it won the Champagne.
Oh, Swift Falcon? No,
Nepotism.
nepotism. God, I'm getting there.
Yes, that's the horse. Yeah. So that form sort of ties in, and like I mentioned, a little bit of residual fitness there. So I think you could have a little place bet there on Savvy Haley. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm really keen to see Aglewood too.
beat home within the law in the Percy Sykes as well. So no hack, but
Mm.
Hellbent as well.
Yeah, yeah, handles it like that Bailey run. It was only 1.3 off nepotism.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's got form in the Riesling, Percy Sykes, and like I said, race fitness. The 900-meter canter the other day, 1 by 6. So it's going to be rock hard. This is probably a race that can definitely win.
Good horse. Great race. I actually don't have a tip. I just love the race. Like,
Hmm.
and they're all the right price. I think that's probably the key is like they've nailed it. As opposed to probably the Winx Stakes where there are holes. They've absolutely nailed this. Like Argowood, can't wait to see how she comes back within the law. Probably going to be better over a mile. Well, Argowood might be tested later in the preparation. This could be the time for her. Apocalyptic could be anything. Dino, that first trial
Mm.
idled down. Second trial asked for a little bit of work and was exceptional to the line, even better through the line and 600 meters past the post. I think Tommy Berra's aboard. He have sore arms, sore shoulders, sore
Mm.
elbows. Horses travelling good, and then Savvy Halley. What I could take on is definitely Memo. It's probably the whole in the market there. I'm more than happy to take on Memo. Any other races you want to take? You want to touch on, lads? Or was that probably it?
Got nothing for
No,
the
that's it.
Premier's
Yeah,
Cup.
no,
Yeah,
rock
that's
bottom,
it.
salt coats.
Yeah.
Righto. Best all in play of the weekend, Louis. You had
Well,
to take your horse
let's hope
Corniche.
we're there.
Yeah.
Let's hope we're there. I am going to steal it, guys. Corniche. Um, but I could also easily make it Gringotts or the best place to just take on Vicentina, I think. Like if it's a 5 horse field and she goes there, she probably wins in the end, but not at the price. You have to take on that price.
Beautiful. Dino,
I'll make it Silverstone Stakes. Sorry, Ugglewoods best all in
Kenny,
play. I know it's short, but yes, I'll take that as this week's best all in play.
Charl Wolf, $13. Silly stuff.
Mm.
We'll go on that. Each way basis, you're getting what, $3.40 or something to play. So that'll do us. Give us a futures play, one futures play. I'll kick off, lads. Land Legend Melbourne Cup, $26. Oh, thank you for coming. Settled in a 1400-meter race. Well, they went slow, but it's still a 1400-meter race. But they went, I got granted, but they went slow and went back to last and settled beautifully in a run. And the horse was been struggling all preparation to settle. Now looks like they've worked out whatever the secret is they need to work out to get the horse in the right frame of mind. If it was a very, very fast 1400-meter run, then I'd be like, oh, maybe not. But I liked what I saw. $26. You'll get the old Bart Cummings preparation out of it. There'll be plenty of K's in the legs come the first Tuesday of November, Louis.
I go Wood in the Golden Rose, and one that links into my Wednesday bet. There's no prices up of yet, but Kimberley Secrets goes in around at Warwick Farm on Wednesday in a really hot benchmark race. With that thing of Freedman's that's won 2 on the bounce. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm just trying to find the race now so I can
It's
kind
lucky
of
you got
yarn
hair.
on. Yeah. So Tonkatsu Goddess has won 2 straight. Chidiac was a first up winner. Southern Heiress is the one I'm thinking of. It's 2 for 2 undefeated. And Kimberley Secrets comes here first up. I got it put in the market with tab for the Cozzy at $51 and took that. It's into $26. The only problem is that it only makes the race if someone selects it. So please go out there and buy your Cozzy tickets. And
Oh, there it is. Shameless.
if you win,
Shameless.
if you win, pick Kimberley Secrets so that my futures bet can come up, and I'll give you a little
Oh,
sling if
Shout
you
out
put
to
it in there.
PVL as well. You've done well there, Lou.
that is the
Dino.
best.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's all. Thank you.
when the cause he couldn't get any better. Louis is advocating for a few. Are you going to give him 50% of the futures ticket if they take the horse?
No
Or
way.
No, he just,
No,
he just wants them to
okay.
buy tickets,
wow.
mate. He doesn't care. As long as you buy your Cosy tickets, head down to your local.
Oh, it's too good. One that I loved last week, I took the price was another wheel when he got tipped in the Memsy. I'll be back in. I know he's in a $4 favourite now, which is the query, but I wanted to mention that. And the other one I've taken is Birdman in the Caulfield Cup, Melbourne Cup. I know
Told you
Chris
you'd
said
have
that's the
two.
target.
Mm.
Yeah, so they're the two.
Birdman. We should have a side bet, Dino,
What, Land Legend?
versus Birdman in the Melbourne
Yeah,
Cup.
we can do that. No, I lose at all these side bets with you.
I know.
Send me
Sometimes you
for
don't even pay. Anyway,
oh, don't be. You brought this
still
up
waiting for
5
my
seasons in a
Broncos
row.
grand final from last year. But anyway, let's not bring up the past, hey lads. Louis, your best midweek play?
Well, yes, I'll have to put it on the YouTube because I haven't really had a look who's out for Wednesday. I just saw that
Gotcha.
race was the third at Warwick Farm, so I'm keen to watch it, but I'll find one to actually bet on and chuck it in the comments.
Dino, anything?
I wanted to touch on race 2. A Magenta Skies has also been waiting a while to debut. Tommy Berry in the saddle for Freedman. It's by Frankel though, so I'm just a little bit worried about the wet, but that's a really good race. Viables in that and Spicy Prawn too.
Uh, Coibito is also in that race. And this horse was back to the inside against Nashville Jack.
Mm.
Another 100 meters probably wins the race. Exceptional. Thought it was pretty good, but not too sure how it will go on a bottomless track. That's probably a big question mark as well. But see what price they put up here. They might put up double figures. You could have a little bit of something on it. It was a soft 6 on debut. There we go. That's all in. Season, Dino reckons 6. Episode 1,
Gotta be more, I
spring
think.
2025. If you want to get involved in the all-in multi, you're undefeated so far this campaign. All you do is comment below. Let us know who's going to win the Winx Stakes. Easy as that. If you've got a futures play for us as well, just give us one. Don't need to be 2. Just give us one futures play.
2 if you like.
Please let us know. Get involved in our man Luke Hovnessian. He'll do a duck race. The duck race will be back, of course, for the Spring Carnival. Fellas, it's been a pleasure. Good to have you back. Go the Chooks, Lou. They bet $61 in the middle of that game, the Chooks. In the middle of the Bulldogs game, they're betting $61 the premiership, the
Oh,
Chiefs.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Oh, I thought
$19
the
now.
game.
They're
Yeah,
in
I
the
thought you
middle of
were
the game.
who's making those odds?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mick bet.
We'd have to be good. We are going good, but we'd have to be good to win, I think, the whole thing. Too little, too late, possibly.
Mm.
We'll see. It's good times though.
Bit,
Geez,
bit of
that's
cold
not what
water
I was
there, Lou.
expecting.
Yeah.
Fair,
Too little,
Eddie.
too
You are
late.
typical.
You gotta be top. You gotta be top four. You have to be, don't you?
Dino, Broncos
Yeah.
gone.
Cast. We're
They won't
going to
make
win.
the eight.
No, I think everyone's cast. I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
I honestly, I would. I think Roosters are a massive shout.
Huge chance
Yeah.
this time.
Mm.
Everyone's just absolute like the Raiders won't win. Bulldogs won't win.
Oh, I think Raiders can win.
Storms.
Yeah.
Storms
Storms.
just they're hitting their straps at the right time. What a surprise. Panthers.
Yeah.
Look, in the words of Dino's mate Gus, Panther, Rooster, Storms. They're your three.
Mm.
That's dribbly. How good's Harry Grant? He's a freak. If he keeps playing like that, they'll win. He's just too good.
Too good.
Yeah.
Righto, boys.
Keep-
The NRL podcast, that'll be up next. Make sure you subscribe. See you next week.
Yeah.